Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. How you doing out there? Hope you had a wonderful weekend, a relaxing weekend, an energetic weekend, whatever it might have been. Hopefully, it was good. Hopefully, it was fun, and hopefully, you enjoyed it. Hey, Tony, good morning. Happy Monday to you as well. Let's get this week off to a great start here. A smiley, a positive start, and that's what we're here for, to do our best to make sure that it is a magical Monday. That's what we want here for you. Mondays can be tough. Let's be honest. Mondays are never easy, but we're here to help provide some magic, some fun, some positivity to help you get through it. Hey, Marianne, good morning. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining in this morning. Really, really appreciate you being here and joining in on the fun as we get this week off and started, off and running, off and going, off and tripping, whatever it is for you, as long as we get it going the best way possible. That is what we're here for. So, what are we talking about on this Monday? Again, hope you had a great weekend. I hope it was really spectacular for you. We had mostly a great weekend. Then yesterday, about I want to say about 3 p.m. Yeah, our air conditioning decided to just, I've had enough of you. I'm done. I'm going to shut down for a while. So we are without air conditioning right now. And so we'll be dealing with that today. So that's fun. That's fun. But you know what? We'll make it through it. We'll get somebody out here. We'll get it fixed. Luckily, it isn't like the middle of August. It is November, again, November 4th, 2024. So while it is still warm here in Florida, at least it's not pushing 100 here in Florida. So it's not so bad. But yeah, it's just one more thing we got to deal with, and we'll get that handled today. Maybe I need to think about taking a trip to somewhere cold, something wet, something very refreshing. Maybe like Blizzard Beach. Yes, because the Blizzard Beach is back as of today. Yes, it is. Oh, man, thank you. Yes, I know. Me too. Me too. It was a little bit difficult last night sleeping. It wasn't over the top crazy, but it was a little bit difficult. But yes, maybe today is a great day while we're waiting for our AC to get fixed to head out to Blizzard Beach, because it is reopened today. It will be back. Of course, one of Walt Disney World's 2 water parks. It reopens today. Maybe a little summit plummet for you. Not my thing, but it might be your thing. Actually, Michelle and I don't know if Michelle's been. I have never been to Blizzard Beach. We've been to Typhoon Lagoon, which, by the way, closed as of yesterday. Yesterday was its last day open. That's how they do it. One water park open at a time. It's very rare that you see both water parks open at Walt Disney World at the same time. One goes for refurbishment, the other one opens up. So Blizzard Beach back open today. I've not been there. We may make a trip there coming up here in early 2025, depending on what the weather's like, because on 2025, if you book a Disney vacation, your first day you can go to the water park complimentary. If you have a Disney stay, first day you fly in, you drive in, whatever it might be, you can go head to the water park when it's open and enjoy a little cool down, a little fun while you're waiting for your room to open up. So we may take advantage of that. We have a trip coming up here again in late January that I think we maybe do that. We'll see. We got some other things going on with that trip, and we'll discuss more of that as time goes ahead. But maybe that will be the time that we actually get to experience a Blizzard Beach. What else are we talking about today? Well, there are always these national days, and today is a day for all the candy. Yes, today is National Candy Day. I would have thought it would have been last Thursday. I would have thought it would have been Halloween, or at least the day after Halloween, that would be National Candy Day. No, apparently it's a few days later. It's like, okay, we got to get rid of all that extra candy that's left over. It's today. So, it's been a few days since Halloween. All this extra candy, it's time to get rid of it. So we're going to name a national day, National Candy Day. That's today. Excuse me. So, it's a day to enjoy all your candy. What's your favorite candy? I love Reese's. I love Snickers. I'm not a huge candy person, but if I was going to have something, and those would probably be the ones I would pick. Those are my favorites, for sure. Also, another thing that we're celebrating on today is the people that keep your commute up to date, because it is National Broadcast Travel, traffic reporter day. The people that go on the radio, that go on the television and tell you, hey, if you're commuting to work or to the theme parks or whatever it is today, here's the route you might want to take, and here's the route you might want to stay away from. I was in the broadcast field for many, many years in radio. Actually was nearly a traffic reporter at one point. I was offered a job as a traffic reporter at one point, but I had something else in the works, so I ended up declining it. I don't know if that was for better or worse. I'm happy with the job I went, because it got me into sports radio, and I was very thrilled to be in sports radio for many, many years. But who knows? Maybe I would have been a very good traffic reporter. I don't know. But anyway, those people that do that for you, they're very important people, and today is a day to celebrate them. Even in this day when you can look it up on an app, look it up on your phone, these people still are out there doing their job and doing hard work to make sure you have the best route possible to you to get to your destination. And we appreciate them so much. And today's the day to appreciate them. What happened on this day in Disney history? Well, it's strange, because today in 2016, Doctor Strange, the original Doctor Strange movie, debuted. Great Marvel film. I love Doctor Strange. Great character, great film, very enjoyable, and a very important film for what was to come in the next few years for Marvel. Doctor Strange debuted in U.S. theaters on this day in 2016. Also on this day in Disney history, it was the day that Mickey's 90th Spectacular debuted on ABC television. We celebrated Mickey's 90th birthday. It was a little before Mickey's 90th birthday, but this is the day we celebrated it on television. And just a fun side note to that television show, Michelle and I actually were at the taping for Mickey's 90th Spectacular. The taping was on October 6th of 2018. And we got to go to it. We got tickets. You can see it here. It was at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. We were so excited to get to go. It was a wonderful presentation and wonderful show to see recorded. We actually talk about this was during our first year of doing this podcast. We actually had an episode where we talked all about it. If you want to go back and check that out, please do. But yeah, it was a wonderful show filled with so many celebrities, so many people making notes and tributes to Mickey Mouse. Of course, much, much older now. Was it 6 years older now, or almost 6 years older now? But yeah, that was the day that we celebrated Mickey's 90th Spectacular. And we're so happy that we were pleased that we were lucky enough to get to be a part of that celebration. So much fun. Other things we're talking about on this day in general history. Well, If You Want to Be, yes, the Spice Girls, their first debut album, Spice, debuted on this day in 1996. 1996. Did you love the Spice Girls? I enjoyed the Spice Girls. They're so fun. Their music was so fun. I really enjoyed the Spice Girls. Great United Kingdom British singing group. But I really, really enjoyed them. They are just a fun group. And yeah, on this day, their debut album hit. It went on to sell 23 million, just the 23 million copies. So maybe a little bit of a success. Also on this day in history, more British fun, because the beginning of a magical film franchise started. Yes, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, known many parts of the country, including the UK, known for us, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone here in the US. Anyway, it made its debut, its premiere in London at the Odeon Theatre in 2001. And you could see Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and Rupert Grint there. Of course, Harry, Hermione, and Ron, looking so young at that time. But yeah, that was what started it all. And it's a famous film franchise that goes on to this day. And, you know, they're doing a remake apparently of it that's going to be streaming. the Fantastic Beasts went on, did stuff. Of course, they're about to open up a brand new land in Epic Universe at Universal. So it continues on to this day. And this was the beginning of it back in 2001. Apparently, we're doing all British stuff today because also on this day, The Crown debuted on Netflix in 2016. Of course, went on for 6 seasons. One of our favorite shows, one of our favorite shows. We love The Crown. We would get excited whenever a new season of The Crown came on. There's just an intriguing look, some factual, some not so much, about what happened behind the British monarchy and Queen Elizabeth and everybody surrounding her over the many decades that she was basically, in charge of the British monarchy, and just love that series. Did you like it? I highly recommend you check it out. Even if you're not a huge fan of the British monarchy, it is a really intriguing show. And again, there are very many important pieces of British history that are sprinkled throughout it, and how the monarchy and the Queen and everyone surrounding her had parts to play within different things that happened. Hey, if it's your birthday today, again, a very happy birthday to you, November 4th. Here are just a few of the people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about probably, arguably, the most trusted person in television broadcast news, Walter Cronkite. You still see him to this day in Spaceship Earth. Just this same picture here of when the moon landing. He was born on this day in 1916. He would have been 108 today. Unfortunately, we lost him way back in 2009. But Walter Cronkite, his birthday today. Doris Roberts, from many things, but you probably know her from Everybody Loves Raymond more than anything else. She would have been 99 today. She was born on this day in 1925. We lost her in 2016, but great Emmy Award-winning actress for sure. Hot Lips Houlihan herself from MASH, Loretta Swit, turns 87 today, born on this day in 1937. If you're a fan of MASH, like I was growing up, she was a big part of it, that's for sure. Talking about something we are big fans of, Michelle and myself, we are huge fans of Survivor. Like, we are big time Survivor fans, and the host and executive producer now of Survivor, Jeff Probst, he turned 63 today. Can you believe Jeff Probst is 63, born on this day in 1961? Love that show. Our favorite reality competition show by far. It's not even close. We love Survivor, and we'll argue that it's better now than maybe it's ever been. And it's been doing it this is season 47 of Survivor. So really good and really enjoyable. And of course, award-winning Academy Award-winning actor, Matthew McConaughey. All right. He turns 55 today, born on this day in 1969. So very happy birthday to them, and a very happy birthday to you as well. Yesterday, you probably noted, but just in case you missed it, we did drop a new episode, and it was just fun. We just had fun with yesterday's episode because we know this is a heavy week, and I'll probably talk about that in a second here. It's going to be a bit of a heavy week, so we just wanted to kind of have some fun. So we kind of put together a little game that Michelle and myself played through our podcast yesterday, our Disney Sidekick Showdown, where we kind of did some things that kind of put some sidekicks head to head. We picked some sidekicks. Let me see if I can get in front of the camera, out of a hat. Here's a hat. Here's the hat that we picked the sidekicks out of. We did 2 teams of 5. Let's see, I'll just pick one out. This is one that didn't get picked yesterday, but we could have had, which was Flounder from The Little Mermaid. We each picked teams of 5, and then we had 5 scenarios, and we picked out of another hat, like this, who would be the ultimate stealthy spy. And you had to pick which of these 5 you thought would best fit and answer that scenario, answer that question. And then once you used them, you could not use them again. So you had to be a little strategic with it. I think I got stuck at the end with Flower and, from Bambi, in maybe a position that wasn't the best, but we had fun. It was a good time. Really enjoyed it. We're going to be putting it out there later, what our picks were, and seeing if which one you think won, and then kind of go over it overall. But I think it was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you play along with us when you listen to that episode if you haven't already. We had a good time. We just had a good time doing it, and I hope you have a good time listening to it. And finally, yes, I do have to mention this because it is important. Today's a day to kind of take a breath, but tomorrow it's very, very important. If you haven't done it already, make a plan, get ready. Please get out and vote. It is important. It is your right. It is your privilege. Please get out and vote tomorrow for all the things that are important in your world. Yes, of course, there's candidates, big offices, but there's all sorts of things that are very important. So please, please make a plan. If you haven't done it already, hopefully you've already done it and you're just sitting back and relaxing for the rest of this. Relaxing, sitting back and watching the rest of this. But no matter what the situation is, please, either I hope you voted or please get out and vote. And that's it. I'm not going to preach anymore. Not today, anyway. Probably one more time tomorrow, but that'll be it. But that's it for today. Anyway, thank you very much for joining in on today's show. Again, this is Monday. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to make it through it. We're going to get through this week. Before you know it, it'll be the weekend again, and we will be enjoying some more time off. I have to go and make some calls and get our AC repaired. So that's what I'm going to be doing next year. Anyway, everybody have a fantastic day. I'll give you an update on the AC tomorrow. Until 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, have a magical day, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.